Hi guys, welcome back to Life with Sam, where we give you the hot tea about lifestyle and faith. Yes, I know that this video is quite unconventional, but I kind of felt like I wanted to talk about what's happening right now. It's like, I don't know if I'm the only one, but it feels somehow to release content and like you're not addressing what's going on in the world right now. Like, it just feels like I've been studying on releasing content because I felt like I may be insensitive for releasing any kind of content right now, and I was just kind of like, I don't know what to do. I was stuck practically, and coupled with being a creative and not really knowing what to talk about, like you're just like, God, who wants to hear me talk about this right now when this is going on in the world? And you don't want to talk about situations because you don't want to sound insensitive, and you don't want to seem like if you don't really care about what people are going on right now. People are going on what people are going through, sorry. So that's kind of one of the reasons why I haven't really posted as much. But I think today I prayed about it and I was just like, God, you know what, like, I need to say something. Like, I need to talk. I don't need to be stuck. I don't just want to be a creative and just be quiet about things that are happening because I'm scared of what people will say or people's response to me. So yeah, hi, welcome to my channel. If you're just tuning in, my name is Samantha Ivancic. I am a Nigerian / Hungarian YouTuber. What else do I want to say about myself? This is a channel about lifestyle and faith, so please stay tuned and listen to what I have to say. Yeah. So if you notice, first of all, I don't have any makeup on because I'm tired. Like, honestly, I am tired. I've been having exams and I've been having a lot of planning that I've been trying to do for myself. And honestly, like, when you're a YouTuber and you have to do all the setup and the makeup and everything just to create one video, it can be tiring. So I think I really need to go back to what I used to do before, which was like plan ahead of time. But today I wanted to record a video and say this, that I understand what people are going through this period. I feel like it's such a hard time for the world, coupled with coronavirus, then the whole problem with racism, and then we're talking about rape. And these are topics that are very, very sensitive because people have lost lives with people have lost people have lost loved ones with the whole coronavirus. People have lost loved ones with police brutality. People have lost loved ones and had loved ones hurt with rape. So it's like really, really sensitive for people. And I was thinking, I'm like, God, should we even share anything that is Christ related in this period? But God said something to me that was quite interesting. He was like, when Jesus came to preach the gospel of the kingdom, he came at a time where the Jewish people were under the rule of the Romans, and it was quite harsh. It wasn't the time, I mean, if you look at it with your perspective and with the world's perspective, you would say this isn't the time to be talking about things like this, right? I mean, think about it. You would think that this isn't the time to people are suffering, people are paying more taxes than they should. I'm talking about the Jewish people right now, during the time when the Romans were in charge of them. You would say Jesus shouldn't be preaching the gospel then, or more than anything, he was more intentional about bringing out the good news at the time like that. You know, sometimes you may think to yourself that, oh, people don't need to be hearing this God stuff right now, but really, this is the time that you shine bright in the midst of darkness, because darkness really wants to cover the surface of the earth. But as believers, we shine brighter than darkness. We are the light of the world. So this is the time that we show people, we tell people more about Jesus. This is the time that we tell people that this is who God is. This is what God wants to do with your life. This is what God has done for you. You may think to yourself that, oh, okay, but like, I shouldn't be saying that. I should just like let things go down. But we don't see that with Jesus. God knew that the only way to change a man's heart is with the gospel. So the only way to eradicate evil in this world is with the gospel. So as much as we are going on with protests and as much as we are going on with these things, the most important thing is the gospel, because that's the only thing that can actually change the heart of a man. We can stand in for all these things, but my pastor always says these things, that evil will always take another form once you're done with one thing. Like, we can stand up against all these things, but evil will take another form one way or the other. We can never really eradicate evil forever, but we can do our best to preach the gospel so that the hearts of men will be changed. One of the most important things to do in this period, added to what we are already doing, let me use that, is to pray. We may say that, oh, prayer, I mean, we'll pray, but it's not only prayer. But then you also do the other things, but it's not only just those things. Most people who say that prayer is overrated is because they don't really see the power in prayer. I mean, I think about the time where Elijah was against Jezebel, and we have prophets like the prophets of Baal, and they were like, oh, rain down fire, and they couldn't do it, but Elijah prayed and fire came down. And I think about that time was a time where, like, honestly, any normal person would just tell Elijah to run and tell him that, oh, are you okay? Are you seeing all these things happening right now? You really want to bring this your stuff right now? But Elijah challenged what was happening right there, and he prayed. You know, Elijah was a man that we see that prayed a lot, and we saw a lot of miraculous things happen through him. And for me, I'm like, James, there's a verse in James that says, the effectual fervent prayer of a righteous man availeth much. And it talks about Elijah right before that. I think I'm just going to put that verse right here. And we see something that, honestly, prayer, when put into action, when you pray and you're conscious of the fact that it can actually do something, it does something. So this is the time for believers to actually stand up and pray for the world. This is the time for believers to stand up and say, God, we are not going to stop. We're going to use the power that you've given to us to actually speak into the situations, to actually speak and see things come to light. Because we know that God is a God of justice. We know that God is someone that he knows what right and wrong is. He's a God of justice. He wouldn't just see evil things happen and just want to let it happen, but he has given us his spirit within us, and we are the ones that are meant to do things. We are the ones that are meant to make things happen. We are the ones that are meant to push through so things will happen. And that cannot happen without people, without believers praying about situations like this, without believers constantly putting the world in their prayer points. See, let me just be very honest. The world isn't just about you. God didn't just bring you to this world to live your life, to live your best life, and to be holy, righteous, and go to heaven, and that's what you think Christianity is about. Christianity really is sacrifice, and that sacrifice can sometimes come in form of your time, which means in form of your time when it comes to prayer. So what are you doing about this right now? You can post on social media, which that is awesome. You can create awareness about it, but you can also pray about it, because that's the most effective form of protest against darkness. I think that's what I wanted to say. But yeah, I think that I really just wanted to emphasize to believers right now that these things that are going on in the world, it's unfair, and there's a lot of injustice happening right now. And you can get so consumed and attack men, which really, yeah, men are the cause of this. But then there's a spirit of disobedience working in men, which is the devil. And I also put that verse right there, that is making these things happen. And the best thing that we can do as believers is pray. The best things we can do is actually seek out God for action plans for situations like this, because he really is the one that knows all things. He really is the one that knows how to counter the enemy. On our own, we are hopeless, but when we involve Jesus, when we involve Christ, there is hope, there is peace, there is joy in him. So I hope this video blessed somebody. I hope this video helps someone who doesn't really know what to do in this season, doesn't really know how to go about this season, but is able to just trust God that everything is going to come out well. I mean, we're in the end times, right? And honestly, being in the end times means that things are not just going to go as pretty as was what we expected, because the enemy knows that the time is getting closer. So it's just the truth that things may never get back to normal, but there's hope in it. But what we can do as believers is really push out that the light of the gospel is shared across to every single person, that God is able to walk in the hearts of men, that justice prevails before any other thing. So this is our prayer. But even as that, as I said, the gospel needs to be preached even in a time like this. So I hope this video blessed somebody. I know this is quite unconventional, but I just didn't even have the strength to honestly make videos. I won't lie, it's kind of stressful, and I'm not even going to edit anything out of this video because y'all are going to watch it like that. So I hope this video blessed you. If you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe to my channel and check out my other videos where I'm laughing and I'm joyful and I'm happy. I'm happy in this video, let me not lie, because I have the joy of the Lord, but I mean I'm more out there than like right now, because now I just look horrible. But yeah, God bless you, and please do subscribe, like, share this video with people around you. God bless you, and bye. Mwah.